Hello, how are you guys doing? We're doing some more art and some more of the art that I was talking about the other day for that maybe not gallery thing. It's not really a gallery show. It's more of just like people are being encouraged to submit art to this thing, which I believe is free to submit to, but like you won't necessarily get in. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but it's a project to work on, and it's always, you know, just good to have that going. I'm gonna run like a 1-minute ad while the bitrate takes a dive, and that way we can let people in. And on the same time, I'm gonna look up a yellow morel. It's a type of mushroom. I've spelled it wrong because I'm getting other stuff. Yellow is a very like it's generous to call this yellow. Morels are tasty. I don't know if these are edible. This one is apparently actually edible. Okay, that's neat. Trying to find a good picture of one that I want to work with. They kind of look more like pine cone colored than what I would define as yellow, but they do come in like a yellow. And it looks like they kind of like grow in groups, and then they like bump into each other and start bending. They might be hollow. Are psychedelic mushrooms? I did a Admanta previously. I don't know. They said, you know, keep it like kid friendly. So don't make it like a you know, cock, I think is what they're saying there. It's probably just a blanket rule that they have, and it's not really for this. Okay, I found a reference. They're not super complex beings. It is wild to me that stuff like this exists in the world. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Mushrooms are just out there being little fellas or whatever. You know? Like, this is something that evolved side by side with humans. Like, something else figured out a different way of surviving. And it's to just like, yeah, man. That looks good right there. And then turn on the light. Up. Is that going to be bright enough for y'all? I think so. Okay. So, what is a yellow morel at its core? Empty, apparently. I've got a bigger brush that I think I'm going to use for a majority of this. And oops, I accidentally bumped the camera. Double check to make sure that we're in focus. Right there should be good. All right. We actually probably want to use a raw sienna because everyone makes fun of the way that I pronounce that. They're weird looking. They're like catacomby. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this yellow with some white and use that as the stock. Because the raw sienna, or however you pronounce that, they added ray tracing. Wow. All right, so we need to do the stalks, and I want to do a few of them. Oh, I need to start the recording. Let me know when that red dot goes away. We're probably gonna have to do a couple of different things. Trying to convince a friend to get My Friendly Neighborhood. It's a good game, you know? I just wouldn't define it as horrifying. I didn't even really understand that it was supposed to be parody of anything prior to playing it, you know? Aside from, like, Sesame Street, obviously, but people are saying it's supposed to be, like, a parody of, like, Poppy's Playtime style stuff. Is that real, or is that just something that someone said to cope? Oh, right. I need to set up the music again. Hey, Incordia, how you doing? Still waiting for people to file in. Did I not tweet? I think I added everyone. It feels like a funny version of BioShock. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, is what I'll say. Music. Don't know where that is, actually. Well, welcome to stream. Open file location. That's not what I wanted. There it is, music. And then Kevin MacLeod. And we're going to do everything in this list except for, I believe it's Dewdrop Fantasy was the one that we listened to last time. So, boop. All right, so this first song is Concentration by Kevin MacLeod. All right, so that's a good start. Have you played Hitman anytime recently? No. No, this is a mushroom. This is a yellow moral mushroom. There's a local gallery space sort of place. This is a very small wooden block. Sharpie for size reference, I guess. Like, it's small. Okay. And then need some brown. And this is gonna be like all the dark spots of it. Oh, that was an awful sound. Did you hear that? All right. So I know this doesn't look right at all right now. I'm aware. Agent 47 more of a team Oppenheimer or a team Barbie? Barbie. 100%. All right, I mean, like, that's about all we can do until it dries, which means that we actually need to do the other mushroom as well. Can you... God, I've gotten like 8 of those. All right. Just constantly getting scam calls. So the light's kind of coming from this away. In this is not an Amanta. No, this is a yellow moral. I'm just doing the dark part first, and I'm gonna go dark to light. And I believe we're going to need to get a small brush, which I've got one right here, for such a purpose. More white. I'm suspicious of how much work I can do on this. They do look like sponges. Did I just lose connection? I just got an error sound. What was that from? What? Where was that error sound? What did it? What went? What is this? No, I don't want to have more updates on the weather. I'm like supremely over-caffeinated today. Did I mention that? I mentioned it in the sub Discord. The caffeine is just hitting real hard today. I think I need to make this top bit a little bit bigger, but that paint still looks extremely wet. Are you? Yes. Okay. All right. So I think that means we put this to the side for a second and bring this one forward. And then we do another painting while we wait for that to happen. All right, so I want now a... Oh God, I have no idea how to spell this. Also, I did 2 last time. On this next one, they're kind of smaller. The Palmelos Antillarium. I remember them being a little bit more blue than this. These are just like... I've seen these guys before. They're very like skinny little guys, but they get to be big boys eventually. But they start off as like little tiny fellas, with like just tiny little starts. Trying to get a good picture of one to use as a reference, and that works. They're kind of a blue gray white. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so then I need to make a blue gray white. So first that's going to involve us making a black with majority blue. Yeah, a little bit more white. There we are. Oh, these boys are going to be easy, man. All right, I'm going to do one big fella because we haven't done that many big fellas yet. So, real quick, again, turn on the capture. Oh, it's already on, but we're recording now. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, mushrooms are specific enough that if you're a fan, you can, like, figure out what you're looking at, but, like, not so specific that you can't paint them a little bit off of the picture. Like, if you're off reference a bit, you're probably still okay. How's your week going? It's going. You know, I'm all right, all things considered. This week, not as good as last week, but better than a lot. That's almost exactly the right color with some like white and brown dotted in as needed. Really should have the stem going the other way, right? We'll just correct that by having it go like this. And then I want this one to be like more or less straight up and down, and it's just gonna go straight past this other fella. But this guy hasn't matured yet, so he's just a little fella. But he's gonna grow up to be something big. That's maybe a little bit too pointed. How's existing going? Someone was just asking that, and I'll give you the same response. There have been better weeks, but this is definitely a lot better than as of recent. Last week was better. This week is fine. And then I went a little, like, short fella. Just like a little boop. I don't know what I'm doing yet guy. You know? Like... Well, first off, I should finish this one. I'm honestly kind of confused on looks like a penis. You look like a penis. Some of my favorite artists are taking hiatus exactly when Final Fantasy 16 releases. I don't think I'll be streaming that. I'll be honest. Not huge into Final Fantasy games. So, I'll be here, no worries. And if I did stream it, or if I did play it, I'd stream it. Alright, and then, and we're talking very little. Like, oh, I'm alive? Little. You know? Like, there it is, that's it. I would rather see you talk about Warhammer, to be honest. I see. You planning on continuing Dwarf 4? I'm kind of not feeling it after being IRL flooded to deal with more flooding fictionally, but I probably will at some point. Please play Moses Simulator. Explain. These bigger ones will start to have more stuff going on. I finally pulled the trigger on buying the stuff for my kit bash. I really want to make an Erebus kit bash at some point soon. When do you do a just chatting stream where you just chat with it? I mean, like, how is this different? Louder? Could Rain World happen? Why is there a sudden resurgence in people wanting to see Rain World? I mean, I could do some Rain World at some point. No, I'm thinking of Risk of Rain. Which one is Rain World? When is shaving stream? I don't think I'll shave. That's a little too wet. Which, I believe is what she said. But I finally got the pieces together for this kit bash that I'm doing of Erebus, and I'm pretty excited about it. I ordered them like just before going live. That could be a fun stream. Kit bashing being putting things together fucking very wrong. But it turns out looking cool, you know? I gotta get a bit of a transition between this white and this. What color is this? It's kind of, it's hard to tell, I think, with the capture. It looks almost straight white for y'all, but this is a, it's like an off blue white. Like, what eggshell is to yellow, this is to blue. Like a cool gray, almost, with some, like, brown involved. Unironic apologies for making you aware of Neko Para Cowboy Paris. I don't care. It was a banger stream, so I'm actually thankful. And I want to get really into that darker blue where the shadows exist, which is going to be right here for one thing. And then this guy, I want to say, is... Originally, he was going to be in front of that guy, but I'm going to have him behind instead. Because I wanted to kind of have that, like, shadow going on. Have you ever made any happy little accidents? I don't have any children yet, no. That's not what you were asking, but I thought it was a funny joke. I generally don't subscribe to the happy little accident mode of thinking. I prefer a little bit more precision in my work. I mean, I might finish this one in like 5 seconds. Like this is such an easy one to do. You better be a real person. You're not. When will I make an audiobook? On what? That's very wrong. I need to get a smaller brush for that. Just ranting and ravings on big topics. Once I get enough arcade videos, I kind of had like a idea that I was gonna maybe try and do those things, like consolidate the ideas into a coherent book form. Well, that very much has to do with like the success of that channel. Like if it's successful, then I'll go forward with it. If it's less successful, then, you know, I got to put my time and energy where it matters. I need a bit more brown in this one. Editing is book is hard. It is, yes. So a new song just started, and this one is called Dreams Become Real by Kevin MacLeod. This minor key tonality is interesting. Yeah, I don't charge for my art channel. Are we talking about... Oh, Kevin. I always have a fear of Kevin MacLeod, like, have I listened to Jacob Collier? I have not. I don't know the name. Kevin MacLeod is the reason that YouTubers are able to do what they do. There's like, oh man. Well, that's part of the reason I'm trying to write music myself. Just in case if like Kevin MacLeod fucked up an evil arc, or like, you know, he dies and the rights to it gets transferred to someone else, you know? Does Kevin have a Patreon? He does, yes. And I should probably throw some money at it. They all have like this little white fringe near the end. And then they've got like... sometimes little spidery bits on it. I feel like the camera is kind of blowing out the color contrast on this because there's so much more contrast here than I think that the light is allowing me to show. Let me try turning it down to the lowest setting. Yeah, you could see it there when I turned it off. Here, Here, let me turn it off for a second. I turned it off. That's okay. It splits it into multiple files on purpose. Yeah, you wonder why my hard drive's always full? It's because of this. Yeah, it's not just white, and I'm not really sure how to... Maybe if I turn on the light, but I turn it to like a brown or something? I'd recommend turning down the ISO and turning up the exposure. Well, right there seems pretty good. Yeah? I just changed the tinting of the color, and now we get a lot more definition. Yeah, that looks good. I was doing so much work and y'all were not seeing it. That sounded like a shift in song. What song are we listening to now? This is Garden Music by Kevin MacLeod. Where did my reference go? There it is, like behind me. These shrooms are Paleontius antitherium. I don't know what their generic name is. I apologize. Taste fungal, odor fungal. Very useful information. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised this works as well as it does. All right, I need to get some like really dark brown. And this is going to be used for Burnt Umber, my king. I know. I got it. That's for there. And then there's just a little bit here. I just kind of like pull it using this. That's looking good. Twitch is only working in incognito mode. Cool. Great website. They can have these little cracks in them. And they're like that. I feel like I need to add more detail, but also like these are such simple little fellas. Claims that Counter-Strike was made by the United States Army. I mean, like, why lie about Counter-Strike when you could talk about, like, what was that one that actually was made by the US Army? Like, Like, there are real examples of the government funding. I don't think it was Arma. Though maybe. I know Call of Duty had some stuff there. There was a first-person shooter in the 90s that was sponsored by American Army. That was it. Yeah, it was like PS2. I think I need to add little... And then I think I need little dots of it about as well. And I use my fingertip a bit to kind of suck out the dots. Camera's still recording, just double checking, because it's good to check that every now and then. Does paint taste good? No. So by pulling, like, by doing that, I kind of pull some of the paint with my finger. Because I don't want it that intense. But it does have a bit of that going on. And then I need to add one more thing. And then I think we go with a little bit of low really already? I switched out the battery before I started streaming. Jeez. I mean, that looks like him, man. Thank you for the 87 months of support, graduated Sapphic. 13-minute runtime is probably an issue. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it right now. All right, hop this guy up here real quick, and we're just gonna go. When not watching me or other streamers, I was thinking about this earlier. What do you guys watch? Like, what do you guys do? Or what other kind of content are you guys into? Because prior to streaming today, I was listening to a whole bunch of politics stuff, which I'm trying to back away from, like... real talk, less people want to hear political talk nowadays, because the world's already kind of scary and people come here to relax, so I'm trying to talk about it less, but it is something I enjoy looking into, reading about, learning about, expanding my thoughts on. That and like Warhammer and like the news is pretty much what I do for fun, so it's like, well, other people don't find that fun. I don't really want to, you know, long videos like Wendigo, stare at the wall, modding mechanical keyboards, okay. Porn, sure. Okay. So I think we can call this one done, excluding the writing on it. And I'm gonna do that at the same time as this one. So we're gonna switch back to this. And we're probably just gonna go until the camera dies on us again. So for this, we're gonna want to build up in layers. So I think we just want to grab some brown. And then we're gonna do some like patterns. I don't really know how to explain this. It's sort of like a spongy sort of consistency. Working from the outside in will, or inside out will make things a lot better. How's the heat at my place? It's a comfortable like 70-ish degrees in the apartment right now. It is about 100 degrees outside though. Oh, and of course I look at Warhammer stuff, you know. But I can only talk about Warhammer stuff so long, you know? Before people are like, Rev, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm glad you're having fun. That's like the, Rev, I love you, but shut the hell up about this. Like, I talk about it in my I don't know anything about Warhammer video. About, like, people who are into Warhammer not being able to shut the hell up. About the Warhammer. We're probably gonna have to go back and darken some stuff. Once the battery dies, I'll hear it. Don't worry, y'all. I'm more concerned about the recording time, if it's still recording. In a last act of, like, you know, self-perseverance, the camera makes this loud click when it's done, so I'll know. You've heard a shutter close before, I'm sure. Yeah, they rescinded that, but no one really trusts GW now because of that. This stream is so relaxing. I love it. I'm glad. Also, Mushroom Boy. Yeah, this would be the stream you like. Yeah, it's a big shame. I'm not a huge fan of Warhammer Plus. Oh, really, Mushroom Boy? You like my mushroom painting stream? Just, you're fine. right, and then we go back to that other mushroom and we kind of do like pseudo highlights. Notably, I'm not redoing everything. Pingal. Just doing a little bit of stuff. And this will help bring the depth together. Painting stream wall painting. That's the way to do it, man. And I need to make these dark areas even darker. This color is almost exactly correct. Oh God, I thought the nostrils was the eyes. Ugh, it's weird. So because Mike was talking about it, I started looking into NPC streams. Are y'all good? Like, what is that? What is it? It's typically girls pretending to be NPCs from video games. Does that make sense? And it seems like a sex thing. Like bimbofication, sort of? But then I heard about how much they were making. Recording stopped. Thank you. So now I kind of get it. Your battery's red. It's running low on battery. It'll be shutting off here soon. More birds. These are yellow morel mushrooms. But I kind of get the NPC stream thing. Like, I get it at a conceptual level now. Like, not my thing, but I get why people do it now. Like how Vinny has a dummy of himself, Dimmy. No, they just sort of like do idle actions as a thing. Hey Bobber, how you doing? They just sort of idle. I don't know if they're acting like children or like NPCs. It's weird what it is. It's just a little uncomfortable. Gang gang. Ice cream, so good. I actually found her and saw that, and I'm like, oh, those are her catchphrases. Jesus today. Bingo. Just want to like back that down a bit because it seems a little bright right now. Why didn't my points change? Who knows? I might have to confirm your redemption. No, you got it. Okay. Gang gang. Still hasn't told the cats I love them. I'm so sorry. Hey kitties. HLP Chimp loves you. Redemption fraud. Cancelled. All the mushrooms are on the left. Yeah, that's kind of intentional. Yeah. The NPC stream thing's weird. Don't get me wrong, I still think it's weird, but I think I understand now. And it's... like... Oh, explain? I'm just gonna link them together. But they can also be bought separately. They slide into each other, just like so. Like that. So if someone wants to buy more than one, they slide together to become several different pieces. Yeah, the battery life is way longer than you'd expect it to be when it starts flashing. That's why I'm like not concerned, but it should be shutting off soonish. Yeah, within the next like 15 to 30 minutes. I need to get, would I still love Tilda if she was a large dragon? Yes. I'm excessively pansexual for my wife. No matter what she turns out to be, I love her. But exclusively just for my wife. What if she was a clone of me? What if she was Worm? I said what I said. You guys fucking listening? What if she was Mike? I said what I said. There's the battery. Honestly, it's mostly done. I'm looking at, yeah, I know the camera's dead. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to replace the batteries or if I want to stop. Have I looked into dummy batteries? Yes. But there's a lot of other expenses going on right now for us because of the flood and our real need to just get out of here. So there's that going on. All right, I'm gonna go switch out the battery, I think, because I'm so close to being done that I don't really want to stop. Give me a second. Also, which song is this? This is Relaxing Piano Music by Kevin MacLeod. Thought this was a different song. All right. I don't know if that's going to cause us problems. It doesn't. Okay, cool. So I can do that without it being an issue. And then I can turn that off, unplug that, and... unscrew this. I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. I don't know what we're gonna do as far as all that goes, but shout out to my wife's quote-unquote work wife I appreciate that you like my art. Going and looking for me on the internet feels a little weird. Please stop. So shout out to you, because I figure you're probably watching this. And as a result, I won't be talking about our future plans all too much from here on out. All right, give me half a second to switch out the battery. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. Screw this back in. If I heard you right, did you just call someone out you know who's being sus? They're not being sus. It's more just like they wanted to... They heard that I was doing art and that I do YouTube and stuff, and so they went looking for me and apparently found me. Because they started talking about, like, wood panel art. Like, she's good people, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of uncomfortable. I like that separation between our work lives and our, day-to-day lives. Which is why we didn't go into it with her. Not out of disrespect for her or anything, but just like, I like my privacy. I like being able to go and do Warhammer or something without people, I don't know, knowing. It's a boundary, yeah. Okay, something's weird. Alright, now we gotta like reposition the camera basically where it was. It's pretty dang close. Alright, turn this light back on. And I believe if I hit this button, does that look pretty close to the same spot, or did I move it too much? And then let's zoom in, make sure I didn't mess with the focus. You're good, Twink Master. I know. Twas joke. And even if it wasn't, like, people are nosy about all parts of my life. I'd let you guys know if I ever was feeling uncomfortable because of something you said or did. Well, thank you, Cozy. For the longest time, I assumed I was a mundane person, living in a world full of crazy people, but I believe it's actually the opposite. That's got to be way smaller. That one's fine, but... Is this on? Oh, that is such a tiny light. What's that thing that makes people feel uncomfortable because it's got lots of like eye looking stuff? Or it has too many holes? Trypophobia. I feel like this might give people a little bit of that. I am recording, right? Yeah, okay. And I should say, I don't mean crazy in like a demeaning way, in either way. Oh, I see. Don't over caffeinate for one thing. That's gonna help. Also, it has to do with the paint to water ratio on your paint. The more water, there's like a sweet spot of the right amount of water where it acts like butter almost. And that's the sweet spot. And that's what I'm doing in a lot of these, like especially for like this stuff, like the sponginess. I'm kind of like adding just a little bit of water to my paint to like thin it just enough to get more control. Like that's too much water, for example. But I'm using it to blend. I'm using water to create a wet on wet. This is acrylic paint. The majority of painting and getting good at painting is, you know, I mean, there's some foundational stuff like, you know, theory and all that jazz, but as far as like paint itself goes, a lot of it has to do with controlling the amount of paint and the dryness of the paint on your brush. Like, this is just going to be paint straight from the tube, more or less. I just wanted it to be a little bit lumpier. This is actually real wood, yes. It is possible to do this, but or to paint it so that way it looks like real wood, but I can not. A lot of that does end up being just try random stuff until it works out for you, but you know, if I can provide the hint on where you need to start, it's water to paint ratio. Sometimes you want basically no paint on the brush. I don't prefer painting real events or fake events. I'm not in between. I just don't like either of those things. Why fungi? There's a shop here in town, a toy store that's doing a thing based around mushrooms, and you have to paint mushrooms. You have to submit your art as only mushrooms. So that's why mushrooms. So right here, I'm going to use like 40% water, 20% or 40% water, and like 60% paint. And that gets a very thin line. And then without drying it off, I'm going to go back to the other paint I've got. So this is 100% paint without it being dried. And I get a little bit less control over what I'm doing. Then I go back to add a little bit more water. I mean, a majority of physical paints is using the right amount of, paint thinner in order to get the brush stroke right. I need to fix up the stock some. I keep wanting to paint the details on the thing, but the stock is actually where it's most lacking right now. So let's do a little bit of that. So a little bit of water plus a little bit of white, and we're just gonna go. Nah, it's just a little bit of a glaze effect, so that way it like is see-through. That's the other thing you can do by adding water. It very much depends on what paint you're using and how much filler they have in the paint. Some colors are thinner and don't require as much water in order to get them to this level. Typically speaking, that's lighter colors. And here, dry brush, no water, no paint. What? Hi.
Hi there, my name is Dylan. I'm calling you from Financial Advisors Procedures. How are you doing today?
Awful, how are you doing?
Okay, sounds good. Well, the reason of my call today is to let you know about some really low-cost final expense whole life insurance plans. They cover the cost of your funerals, burials, cremation expenses, and also you can leave some money for your loved ones. So can I go ahead and explain you more about?
About what? Hello, are you still there? Well, I think I lost you. I can't hear you. Okay. Oh, Pingal. He like cut out partway through the recording of his line. So now I'm gonna do like 80% water. And just real easy, subtle shadows by doing it like that. I'm gonna pull up my reference, that way I can see what's going on with it. And before I added it, IGN is gonna hate that. Took me a minute to get that one. And then I dried off my brush before, like, going back to the little puddle I made. And I'm just using the natural fact that I'm losing a little bit of paint every time I do it. What's the dirtiest my hands have ever been after a painting session? I used to get made fun of in art school because I would be just like, I would look like a child. Like my face would be covered in paint. I mean, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna sign, or I'm gonna write down the names of these guys. So this one is a Morchella. Oh, I'm absolutely not gonna spell that right. Yeah. And then we'll sign the other one as well. So again, I believe this is Wisp of Whirls by Kevin MacLeod. Hey, I know my Kevin MacLeod. There it is. I am indeed correct. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. You have good handwriting? Only in cursive. My regular handwriting's awful, which is why I'm using cursive. I may not have given myself enough room. ENTA. That's an A. L E N T. I need to add more water to this. And then A. All right, now I'm gonna like rewrite over it just to clean up some of these lines. Comfy. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. I think that looks fine. Is it going to be an issue that, you know what? I'm just going to ignore that you just said that. That the second word usually isn't capitalized. All right, and then this guy is called Palmarius Antillarium. Two guesses on how you spell that. Now the problem on this is that I don't have as much room this time. So I think we're gonna either have to go lower. Where should I put it down? Like, should I put it here in like 2 lines, or should I put it like here? I think maybe like here, and maybe in 2 lines. Okay, that looked awful. The other thing I do is when I apply the paint, I rotate like this onto the palette. I don't know if you can see it, but I rotate into the paint, so that way it makes it a point when I'm doing this. And that just picks up all the loose hairs. Hannah. E. O. Goes into an L. U. Into an S. There we are. That's the first word. The second word is about as long, so should I start the word with it or kind of offset? I was thinking about doing it like that. There's the A. I think I'm going to connect up that line a bit. Maybe not like that. Let's try that again. That's good. A-N T I L-L-A L-L-A R-U-M. R-U-M. That was so bad. My hand started shaking and then the paint started to get the wrong consistency. That sounds like a good idea, Safi. Enter. There we go. And then we've looped back to concentration. I believe we're pretty much done. Got a message on Discord. What is this about? Message requests. I got added. Okay. You guys are okay with no music for half a second while I finish this off? I think we'll be good. A L L A L I. Put that dot in there. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. Maybe add a little bit more paint to here. Okay. I think that'll be good. Well, let's put them all in shot together. Oh, I need to add a little bit of gray down here. Let's do that. All right, now I need to brush a little bit of that away. I think Rev mentioned, yeah, this is, the little shrooms are, there's a place that's doing, calling it an art show is a lot, honestly. It's more that they're requesting art of a certain type, and I'm like, I need to get back into doing art for places, so maybe this is all I need to get going again. Because I need to extend my market some. And these people might like my art. I don't know. All right, last thing to do on all these. Close enough to my signature? Am I gonna do more? The bare minimum I needed to for this thing is 3. So, that's probably not good. There we are. That's the full set. Zoom? Oh, stop recording. And then we count to 10, so that way we can do the outro bit. Hey, thank you guys for coming. I'll see you in the next one. Blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we turn off the camera. That's for the sake of After Hours. And now I've got next week's painting done. So I don't have to fret about it as much. Which means that I can work on the other project that I want to do. The wood grain is so cool. It's so cool that I can use that as like a texture. Because otherwise it would be like on a blank canvas. And that just isn't as fun. You know? It doesn't look finished when it's on a blank canvas. But when it's on a like wood block... Oh, I'm gonna switch what I'm doing. I'm gonna still be streaming. But we're switching to something else. And in the meantime, I'm gonna probably take a quick BRB, go to the bathroom, all that jazz. So if you guys are liking the arts stuff that I'm doing, oh. Yeah. Man, I had scheduled a game with someone, and then like someone like hit me up with a DM. This is Warhammer stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, don't play him. Just asking, have you played against this guy before? If you haven't, don't. He's a very toxic player who cheats in willpower game." It's just like, geez. You will not have a good time. He is banned from a bunch of stores now for beating up on new players. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, give me 2 minutes and then I'll be right back and we're going to do some my neighborhood, whatever it is. I feel like I could beat up someone who cheats. Like a lot of people don't know how to a lot of people don't know how to play Warhammer. So I would bet you that like he's only getting away with it because he's beating up new people. Anyway, 2 minutes, BRB. Let me play you some music that I made in the meantime. 2 minutes, BRB.